Hi everybody, welcome back to another episode of My Mom's Recipe Box. I'm really glad you guys are back, and I'm glad I'm back, and I'm really glad my cameraman is back. So today we're going to make a pretty easy recipe, but it's very tasty and it's simple. I call it potato flautas. It's not authentic, so forget about that, but it's really good and it's very simple. So all you need for this recipe, guys, is some potatoes. I have here Yukon Golds. You can see the skin is very thin, so they just take a little wash and they're ready to go. I also have a spice blend here of taco seasoning, chopped onion, garlic, salt and pepper for the potatoes. I have my favorite cheese, which is Velveeta shreds right there. And then finally, we have some corn tortillas. You want to look for corn tortillas that are soft, okay? Otherwise, they're going to be really hard to roll up. If you want to use flour, you can, but I think the corn tortillas taste better in this recipe. Okay, so we're going to get started by prepping these potatoes. Now, what I'm going to do with these is I'm going to shred it. Okay, so I'm going to shred all my potatoes because the skin is very thin. I don't need to peel them. No big deal. You can mash these if you'd rather do a mashed potato. Use the same seasonings, use the cheese, and roll it up and cook it. But I like the mouthfeel of the shredded potato. Do whatever you want. Okay, guys? So when we come back, shredded potatoes and we'll get cooking, okay? So I'm shredding my potatoes, but I thought I want to show you one, okay? Because there's a lot of different ways to do this. So come over here. As you can see, I decided I'm going to use my grater. This is my grater. It just holds on to the inside of the bowl like this, and I shred from here. If you want to use your food processor, you can. If you want to use a box grater, you can do that. If you want to slice them or chop them or mince them, that's fine too. I'm just using this because I felt like I was too lazy to get my food processor out and dirty and everything. But as it turns out, I have potatoes everywhere. So I made a little bit of a mess. The other thing I want to show you, if you can get in here, cameraman, can you see how some of the potatoes are starting to get a little bit dark? That's oxidation. It happens very quickly with potatoes. They're very starchy. So don't worry about it for this recipe because we're going to be adding seasonings and we're going to be adding taco seasoning, which is going to give it some color. Nobody's going to know your potatoes oxidized, okay? But if you're really worried about that, I would suggest shredding them in the food processor or keeping them in cold water. That'll keep them from oxidizing, okay? So this is my last potato. And I always like to try and be safe when I'm using a box grater shredder. I use my mandolin holder and I just poke my potato in here like this and then I shred. And this keeps my fingers away from these really sharp little holes here on the grater. Not a box grater, just a regular grater. Okay, so I'm just gonna go like this. It makes nice shreds, but they, you know, they kind of go everywhere, and then you get down here to the bottom and you don't have anything safe to hang on to. So then you've got to be very careful, guys, okay? Just be very careful. This is a vegetarian cooking channel, so we don't want any meat. We don't want any human skin or fingers or blood in our potatoes, okay? Because we do not eat meat. And we're not cannibals. Okay, so I'm just going to keep shredding this. It's getting smaller and smaller. I'm keeping an eye on my fingers. If I have to, you know, toss a piece of potato away, so be it. If you don't want to waste any of your potato, you can always take this little part that's left over and you can just kind of slice it up, okay? That way you can use it. It's not shredded, but you haven't wasted anything. So give that a little bit of a mince there. Again, watch your fingers. I don't want to get any comments saying, well, I started off this recipe with 10 fingers and now I have 8. Okay, so we're just going to move this in here. Okay, and now our potatoes are ready to go, which means we can get going on cooking. Okay, so let me rinse my hands off here. my pan. I'm going to add a little bit of olive oil, like that much. You can use less, you can use more, it's up to you. Okay, I'm going to turn this on high right now. Swirl this oil around a little bit. Okay, and then we're just going to put the potatoes right in here, okay guys? We can wait for the oil to get a little bit warmer. See how dark those potatoes get? They get really dark. Put those in there. Okay, and this is a one pan, so really if you wanted, you could just use a tiny bit of oil in here. You don't have to use as much as I did. Okay, so we're just gonna throw the potatoes in here. Okay, and then I'm gonna get these stirred up. Okay, so I'm just going to move these around a little bit, get the oil on them. They're already starting to sizzle. This is a good time while you're doing this to preheat your oven to 400. Okay. All right. So we're just going to start browning these and cooking them down. I want them to get nice and soft. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to add my seasoning. So what we have for our potatoes is a couple tablespoons of taco seasoning, that's the red. About a tablespoon of dried chopped onion. You can use fresh onion if you want to, I just didn't feel like it today. I also have a couple teaspoons of garlic powder in here. And I have a teaspoon of salt because these are potatoes. Potatoes really need salt. Okay, they really suck it up. And then the other thing I have in here is a big teaspoon full of black pepper. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to sprinkle this in. Okay, just like that. Okay. Starting to smell really good, guys. We're going to cook these for several minutes. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a little bit of vegetable stock to the pan. Just kind of helps the potatoes cook a little bit faster, and it also gives them a little extra flavor. And it also helps to soften them up. Okay, and that's what I want. Again, if you want to mash them, perfectly fine. Okay, so we're just going to work these for a few minutes, and then we're going to start rolling. Hi, everybody. As you probably know by now, not everything goes perfectly according to plan in the kitchen. I know I told you guys that we were going to be making potato and cheese flautas, but the tortillas that I got are just not soft enough to roll. Now, I did put them in the microwave with a damp paper towel for a minute, 30 seconds, checked them, and then 30 seconds. And they rolled better, but they didn't roll great. So we're going to switch gears here, you guys, and we're going to make more of a open face tortilla than a flauta, okay? I do apologize. I made these once using softer tortillas, and they came out and they were great. This time is not going to be what's going to happen here. So I think we can overlap a little bit, and we'll get 6 of these. Okay. All right. There you go, tortilla. So I'm going to take my mixture here, and the potatoes are nice and tender. They're not salty, okay? And I'm not going to add any extra salt now because we're going to be adding cheese, and the cheese also has salt, okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to lay this potato mixture over the tortillas, and you can see that there are some bigger pieces of potato. That's where, when I was done with the part I could shred, I just started slicing bits of the potato, okay? Because I didn't want to waste anything. So here we go. We had just enough potato mixture for 6 tortillas, although one of those tortillas has a lot. The other one doesn't have very much. So let's see here. So we get this. And if you want to see how great this pan is, look at that. I could wipe that out with a paper towel and it would be clean. This is the best darn pan I've ever had in my life. And I know I've said that before. It's true. Okay, so let me take a little bit of potato from this tortilla and put it on this tortilla. Not an exact science, you guys. Okay, so now we're going to take our shredded Velveeta cheese and we're going to sprinkle it liberally on our potato mixture. Okay, just like this. This is completely adaptable. You can use, you can put some black beans in here if you want to. You could add a can of rotel. You could add some chopped peppers. You could add some veggies. You know, all those things are a possibility. But this, just like this, it's really good. Okay, so look at that. This is about a cup of shredded Velveeta cheese. It turned out to be the perfect amount. So see, sometimes things do go right in the kitchen. Okay, so we're gonna put these in a 400-degree oven, and I'm guessing it's probably gonna be about 10 minutes, and they'll be ready, okay? Hi everybody, it's taste test time. Yahoo!
Yum yum.
Yahoo!
Ruby's coming.
Yeah, Ruby's coming, but she can't have anything.
We don't share.
So what we have is no longer a flauta, but a tostada.
Sure.
You know, whatever.
Yeah.
And we also have a cat.
Everyone's very
The other thing we have is we found this at the store the other day, and it's called Fit Soda. Benefits.
All kinds of good stuff.
Benefits with bubbles.
Ooh, it's bubbly.
Yeah, okay. So I don't know what's going to happen to us, but let's give it a shot. Okay. There you go, babe. Oh my God, it's clear.
So no artificial coloring.
I wasn't ready for that.
You never know what's going to come out of a can. Cheers.
Cheers. That's weird.
It's not as sweet as traditional soda.
It smells like root beer.
And it tastes like it. It just takes a little while to get fully.
There's something else in there.
Vitamins and elements that are bubbly.
Okay, it's supposed to be a root beer vanilla float. I don't think I taste any vanilla, but probably I taste not.
Something. Mystery.
I don't know what to say.
It's the anti-soda they say on the side, so that could explain it.
Yeah, it's the anti-soda, and it does not taste, to me it does not taste like soda. Does
right,
it taste?
No, I don't think so. But it's not bad.
It's
okay.
different.
It's different.
Okay.
Okay.
So,
now to the important
forks
part.
at the ready, or hands at the ready. This is going to be difficult to eat. Okay, I'm going to start with this. Oh, you got that. Yeah.
I'm going to pick it up.
Good.
Yeah. Good
no,
seasoning. There we go.
It's hot.
It's hot. It's good.
It's really good, you guys.
Excellent seasoning.
I mean, really, this could be chicken. Could be anything. The taco seasoning has a bite. Pepper. I just like it.
It's really good.
And I love the cheese.
Cheese goes great.
My favorite kind. So guys, that's our show for today. I hope you give this a try. I hope you're never put off if a recipe you're making doesn't turn out exactly the way you imagined it. Just the fact that you're cooking, that you're putting something together for somebody else, or even for yourself, it's a good thing you're doing for yourself, and if it doesn't turn out 100%, don't worry about that. If you have people over and somebody says something about your flauta, throw them out.
There's the door.
Yeah, they don't deserve your cooking.
Absolutely not.
They're gonna be that picky. They can go to Taco Bell and get whatever they want. So anyway, I hope you guys will try it. I hope you like it. Send us a comment. You know,
Like,
if you have
subscribe.
questions, likes, did you hate it?
Share.
Let us know.
All that good
Share.
stuff.
Come and visit us on Facebook.
If you're in the neighborhood, stop by.
Yeah, stop by. We'll fix you something. And if it doesn't turn out the way, you know, we expected it, so what? Right?
All good.
Okay, guys, take good care. Stay safe.
Okay.
Take care of each other. Be happy. And we will see you very soon
Very soon.
on My Mom's Recipe Box and Tracy from the Mermaid Cove.
More taste tests.
I see you out there, Tracy.
More taste tests.
We're doing taste tests. We went to Trader Joe's. We have weird stuff in the freezer. Come on over. Come on over. Okay. Take good care.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.